Not sure if this was a business or pleasure trip, but Justin Trudeau is finally back from India. It was an 8-day trip with only 1.5 days of business meetings. The rest was a blur of photos with daily wardrobe changes, including one that Justin and his wife wore, which was a traditional Indian wedding outfit. Now, I'm not Indian, but imagine any foreign leader coming to Canada and wearing a black tie and his wife wearing a white bridal gown for one day. It might look a little odd. Combine that with dancing, well, we're no longer talking about his choices in socks anymore. Some Indians apparently found this was too Indian even for Indians. Is it just me, or is this choreographed cuteness all just a bit much now? Also, for your information, we Indians don't dress like this every day, sir. Not even in Bollywood. Now this is odd, since in December the Ethics Commissioner saw the Trudeau's family use of a private helicopter to access the private island of Prince Aga Khan IV has resulted in the Prime Minister being found to have violated Sections 5, 11, 12, and 21 of the Conflict of Interest Act. Justin says, the Commissioner's report this morning makes it very clear that I should have taken precautions and cleared my family vacation and dealings with the Aga Khan in advance, he said from the foyer of the House of Commons. I'm sorry I didn't, and in the future I will be clearing all my family vacations with the Commissioner's office. I've always considered the Aga Khan a close family friend, which is why I didn't clear this family trip in the first place. But given the Commissioner's report, I will be taking all precautions in the future. Which means he either didn't talk to the Ethics Commissioner about his India trip, or the Ethics Commissioner was totally fine with the Trudeau family prancing around for 6.5 days, or 80% of his time. So, at the airport on arriving, instead of being met by Prime Minister Modi, Justin was met by the Junior Minister of Agriculture. Probably just a scheduling issue, but that goes to show us just how important this meeting was to India. Justin later told us $1 billion went into investment into Canada and new jobs.
We're able to announce today over 5,000 new jobs in Canada and over $1 billion of investment in Canada.
The Prime Minister actually misspoke there. $250 million to Canada, $750 million to India.
Good old Canadian tax dollars at work. Luckily, it wasn't a total loss. He did have a day and a half worth of meetings where he talked in English and in French and told India about our great heritage.
Last year, our countries both marked some big milestones. You celebrated the 70th anniversary of Indian independence, and we celebrated the 100th anniversary of Canadian Confederation.
Slight correction there, Justin. We celebrated 150 years of Confederation last year. You'd think the PM would know Canada was created in 1867 and not 1917, but hey, he's a drama teacher. Numbers and history aren't his thing. Wardrobe changes and dancing are. The Canadian delegation hosted a dinner, and one Liberal MP, Randeep Sarai, on that delegation invited a man, Jaspal Atwal, who back in 1985 was part of a Sikh separatist group, was charged of an attack on Ujjal DOSANJH, who later became BC Premier and a federal Liberal cabinet minister. He was also convicted of an attempted assassination of Indian cabinet minister Malkiat Singh Sidhu during a visit to Vancouver Island in 1986. MP Randeep has since resigned. Here's a picture of Sophie Trudeau and Jaspal Atwal together on February 20th, 2018. How the Canadian entourage didn't know this, or couldn't even be bothered to Google who everyone on the guest list was, or why he would even be invited, well, we can only hope it was sheer incompetence and not intentional. So on behalf of Canada, we apologize for our dancing PM, his odd sense of history and numbers, and our destruction of our currency, inviting convicted criminals to foreign dinners, and whatever else he's got going on this month.